boots, and that hurts. Anthony Davis took it right on the tailbone. Reluctant to move for the moment. He's not coming back.
Very serious music.
I know,
it's like
Scottie
he just got his
like
dog killed or something.
when he saw that. Yeah.
Welcome back to The Jump. I'm Rachel Nichols, still hanging with Brian Windhorst and the legend Scottie Pippen. At the top of the show, we told you that AD questionable for the Lakers' next game. That is Friday, right here on ESPN, against the Mavericks with a gluteus maximus contusion. Brian, what is that in English?
Sore butt.
There you go. Scottie, the knowledge that the injury isn't as serious as it looked. I mean, we thought it might be like a back injury, right? Or that he could have broken part of his tailbone or something like that. Now that we know it is a
Gluteus maximus / sore butt.
How serious, how careful should the Lakers be?
I think he's going to be fine. You know, this was definitely a hard fall.
Do you think he's questionable for Friday? Do you think he should play Friday?
I
Do you
think he should
take
play.
it easy?
Based on the momentum that he and the Lakers have right now, he's playing for MVP as well as the NBA title. But right now, there's an MVP there in his sight. And I think if he's still on the court and continue to let his presence be a factor, he's going to continue to help the Lakers win. And therefore, it's going to help him win the MVP, I believe.
Yeah, he's had a history of lower back issues, although this was a traumatic injury. It was not the same as a back spasm. The fact that they are clearing him to fly tomorrow to Dallas leads me to believe that they think that maybe if it's not Friday, maybe it's in Oklahoma City over the weekend, because they wouldn't let him get on a plane if they thought this was going to be an issue. So while that looked bad and it sounded bad and the whole arena.
Well, it's like 7 feet a person coming down on the. That's a lot.
I think he dodged serious, injury here.
Let me just add this. Taking that fall in a Laker uniform, you're going to jump up.
Yes.
You want to play the next day.
Right.
Taking that fall from the Pelicans, you're not playing for anything.
Right. No,
There's
that's a good point.
meaning to
Damn, that was some real talk.
Fight for anything. Then, AD doesn't play. But I believe right now there's so much on the line for him and the Lakers that he's going to get the treatment and get back out there.
And to clarify, he's not talking about the Pelicans as a franchise don't deserve players playing hard for them. He's saying that most of Anthony Davis's Pelican seasons,
the Lakers are in first place right now.
There was not as much to play for. That's just an actual fact of where the different teams were in the standings. So absolutely, and he's playing for MVP in a way he didn't before. He has been in the MVP voting before, but I believe he was 4th or 5th. So this is the first time that I think he is up there in the top 3 and people are seriously considering
And the thing about playing for this MVP, you don't know where you're going to be 2 years from now or next season. You may not get off to this great start. So he has to take advantage of this opportunity.
The one thing I think about Anthony Davis is that whether it was New Orleans or LA, he always plays hard.
Yes.
And he gets injured sometimes because he plays hard. And the Lakers have been blocking a lot of shots lately. They had a lot of blocked shots.
Yeah.
He went hard to try to block that shot. And that's what happens with him sometimes.
Let's move on to Carmelo Anthony, who played a big part in the Blazers' win over the Raptors last night. It was a good night for the Banana Boat boys. I'm just saying. Melo dropped this bucket with 4 seconds left to give the Blazers the lead, led Portland with 28 points in the game. Now, since he entered the league in 2003, Melo has 17 go-ahead field goals in the final 5 seconds of the 4th quarter and overtime. That is 4 more than anyone else in that span. Some good names on that list.
Nobody else behind them is going to catch him. They're all gone.
That's true, he's still there. Scottie, do you think Melo gets enough credit for his tendency to come up big in the clutch?
I mean, based on that stat, he doesn't. But if you look at those other 3 players, they're all NBA champions. They're postseason players. So they've been able to get on the bigger stage and really showcase what they can do. Unfortunately, Melo hasn't had that opportunity and hasn't played for great teams where he's been able to win a championship. So
I do think Melo's gotten noted for his clutch shooting over there. Also, I liked this play, Scottie, because he made a little move. He didn't just go between his legs and take a ISO jump step back. He
cleared the defense for himself.
He sort of faked and moved out and made. It was a nice play. I really liked it. Out of his number of game winners, this is one of my favorite ones.
But we're seeing a different Melo. I mean, we're seeing a better Melo. We're seeing a guy that's more mature and his game has came full circle. I think he's a better teammate.
Yeah, and speaks to his opportunity to grow, which he's talked about and fully acknowledged, and also that the fact when we talk about whether a guy, quote, deserves to be in the league or if there's a place for him in the league, it's not a black and white yes or no answer. It depends on the fit, depends on the situation, depends on where the guy is in his career trajectory and his emotional state and everything else. And the answer in Melo's case was yes, somewhere along that sliding scale there was a yes, and he found it in Portland, and I like it. It's fun to see. All right, I want to take a quick moment to note some of the guys making news for what they are doing off the court. A group of 9 Australian players, including Ben Simmons, Joe Ingles, Patty Mills, have partnered with the NBA and the Players Association to donate $750,000 to fight the wildfires that are just ravaging Australia. At least 26 people have died. More than 2,000 homes have been destroyed. In a statement, the players said, quote, "We are heartbroken over the devastation these fires are causing all across our homeland. Our thoughts are with their families, friends, and all of the people of Australia." And then there is Atlanta's Trae Young, who is helping a nonprofit that cancels medical debt for Americans below the poverty line. The group was able to turn Young's $10,000 donation into more than $1 million in relief for Atlanta area residents unable to pay for medicine and care. Young said, quote, "I hope these families can find a bit of relief knowing their bills have been taken care of as we enter the new year." Indeed, more than $1 million. Impressive.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports analysis and highlights, download the ESPN app. And for live streaming and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.